Debating about who is the greatest, what you debating about? Yeah. I swear that it's always something. Get to it, I always want something. Ay, I swear that it's all assumption. Ay, hand out, they always want something.
Wait, once and for all, now that I'm free, I want the ball, give it to me, do me the Vietnamese, tell him it's time for it, yeah. Send me the call, who do you see, stacking it tall, bigger than me, looking at y'all, over the seas, tell him it's time for it, yeah. Hey, yeah, doing it big, ooh, wee, it's bigger than me, hey, you, look at the kid, ooh, wee, bigger than me, hey, yeah, doing it big.
And finally,
ooh, wee, it's bigger than me, hey, you, look what I did, ooh, wee, bigger than me, time to go mental, never been selfish, rather go win together, gaining potential, got on one knee and found me a Cinderella, walking like King Kong with a medal, then on my team stronger than ever, I don't do ping pong, I know better, we had to dig long for the treasure, yeah, I got the fever, yeah, making some seizure, yeah, now they
Welcome.
Yeah, finish the mission, everybody calm down and just listen, yeah, stay with them eagles, landing on top of them steeples, trying to look out for the people, yeah, we the brand new cathedral, tell them for real though, stop at that judging you weirdo, they know we came up from zero, call me the neighborhood hero, I'm on their heels, once and for all, now that I'm free, I want the ball, give it to me, throw me the Vietnamese, tell them it's time for it, yeah. Send me the call, who do you see? Stacking it tall, bigger than me, looking at y'all, over the seas, tell them it's time for it, yeah. Hey, yeah, doing it big, ooh, wee, it's bigger than me, hey, you, look at the kid, ooh, wee, bigger than me, hey, yeah, doing it big, ooh, wee, it's bigger than me, hey, you, look what I did, ooh, wee, bigger than me.
2KMC, here with your 2K Compete events happening in the neighborhood. Saturday, it's getting lit with Beats by Night. 3v3, 2v2, a dunk-off court, and a downtown court. It's all there and all worth double rep. Sunday, hop on the 4v4 courts and earn double rep. Tuesday, bounce around in the cages and take advantage of the double rep, happening all day long. And the double rep continues all day Thursday. Find a full squad and get some run on the 5v5 courts. Congrats to all the new legends that are popping up on your screen. Good work, y'all. Stick around, and I'll be back later with your top assists of the month.
Hey, I'm just gonna act surprised like everybody else. We did it! I knew we could. Yeah, thank God we did it. I knew we could. Hey, guess what? We did it. I'm feeling good. It's time to.
It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. We've got the Utah Jazz and the Chicago Bulls. And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got Hornacek. Foster is out there with Malone. Then it's Stockton. And it's Russell in at the 3, the small forward.
Yeah, you gotta love the recognition there. Stockton just so unselfish, always looking to find the open man.
Jordan against Hornacek. Tipped away and stolen by Russell. In transition, here come the Jazz. Three-pointer from Stockton. Nailed from three-point land.
And how about the awareness there of Hornacek, a high IQ player who just knows how to find his teammates when they're open.
Stockton against Harper. Upside Rodman. Pass to Longley. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. 5 to shoot. Tries from 10, and that one goes long. We've seen a quick start here for the Jazz. Here's Russell. The rebound by Pippen. The drive by Jordan. And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, just forcing the issue offensively. The great thing about Jordan, he does it while staying under control.
Stockton against Harper. Offensive rebound. Foster. Goes up again. That's tipped, and he gets it back. Count that bucket. Hornacek against Jordan. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Three-pointer. And he's good on the three ball.
You know, a guy with that size from the downtown three-point area, no chance for a defender to alter that shot.
Outside, Russell. Passes it to Stockton. Fires the three. The shot off that time. And it's Chicago the other way. Harper kicks to Rodman. Pass to Longley. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Malone with the block. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Pass to Longley. Upside Rodman. Shot clock at 6. No good. That would have tied it. Utah leading. Russell passes to Foster. And it's Foster finishing it off.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Back to Harper. Pass to Rodman. Here's Longley. He's covered by Malone. Harper the pass to Longley. Malone with the block. Here's Russell. Malone right side. Stockton from outside. Rebound by the Bulls.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Malone with the steal. In transition, here come the Jazz. Stockton's shot is good.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Wennington, he's checked in for Longley. Simpkins comes in for Rodman. Tony Kukoc, he's checked in for Scottie Pippen. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Harper. Jazz also changing it up. Greg Ostertag, he's checked in for Foster. Keefe comes in for Russell. And it's Anderson in for Jeff Hornacek. And the three ball is good. Jordan's got 5.
And wasn't really a long-distance shooter in college. Jordan really worked on his range ever since being drafted.
Now here's Malone. Passes it to Keefe. To the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Stockton. 5 points in the game. Anderson outside. 6 to shoot. Keefe passes to Stockton. From past the arc.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
And Malone, a remarkable power forward. His footwork, incredible. And that jump shot is wet.
Utah shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. He misses the free throw. And Utah making a change here. Isley's checked in. And he sinks the second. Here's Jordan. 5 points in the game. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only 1 shot. There's 1:17 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Isley, defended by Kirk. Jordan inside, working on Anderson.
Yeah, it's like he just keeps going up and up. Limitless vertical for MJ.
Here's Isley. To the right side. Anderson against Jordan.
So just a little too physical out there right now. That's already his second foul.
For Utah, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. That free throw good from Anderson. The Bulls making a switch here. Bushler's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Chicago trailing here. Pass to Simpkins. There's the pass to Wennington. Shooting over Ostertag. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. The Jazz shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw, good, Anderson. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Now the Bulls with it. They trail by 1. And stolen by Malone. Oh, and here comes Anderson all alone. And finished off by Anderson.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Utah out in front. They lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Bill Wennington out there with Simpkins. Then it's Kerr. Then there's Bushler. And it's Kukoc in at the small forward position. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Jazz leading by 3. Here's Isley. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
Poked away.
Miscue there. Hadn't had many of those so far, which is a big reason they're ahead.
Gets it to go. That one good from Kerr.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Kicks to Anderson. Pass to Malone. And it's in there. Malone's got 5 now.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Passes to Bushley. Inside. Now here's Anderson. He's got 5. Bushler with the rebound.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Simpkins. Kerr the pass to Wennington. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Utah. Bulls shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. Chicago making some changes. Rodman, he's checked in for Simpkins. Pippen comes in for Tony Kukoc. And it's Harper in for Steve Kerr. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Foster's checked in for Ostertag. Russell comes in for Keefe. Hornacek, he's checked in for Anderson. And it's Stockton in for Isley. Here's Hornacek. Chicago grabs the miss. Pippen with it. Picked up by Malone. And Scottie Pippen the bucket on the assist by Wennington. Pippen's got the lead up to 1 now for Chicago. So it's the Jazz now. Stockton on one end of the pick and roll. Malone on the other. It's good. 7 points in the game.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Here's Rodman. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Luke Longley's checked in for the Bulls. Jordan comes in for Bushley. The free throw drops for Rodman.
And as a free throw shooter, Rodman has his challenges. One of those guys who almost shoots a better percentage from the field.
And it's Malone finishing it off.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Rodman passes to Longley. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Longley's got his first basket of the night. And the Jazz with possession here, trailing by 2. Stockton outside. Leaps for it and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Russell against Pippen. Pass to Longley. Outside Jordan. And they double up Jordan. The pass to Longley. 5 on the clock. Here's Rodman. Lays it up off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Stockton, it's good from about 19 feet. Stockton not all about passing, better than 50% field goal shooter in his career. Left side, Rodman. Back to Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Pass to Longley. To the middle. Down low. Outside for Pippen. Shot clock at 5. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And stolen by Jordan. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Pippen with the jam.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Hornacek against Jordan. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Hornacek.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
Pass to Longley. To the inside. Rodman kicks to Pippen. Back to Rodman. Over Malone. Outside Pippen. 4 on the clock. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
So for the Bulls, Kukoc, he's checked in for Pippen, and Kerr subbed in for Harper. Utah also making some changes. Ostertag's checked in for Foster. Keefe comes in for Karl Malone. And it's Anderson in for Russell.
Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A 4th would be inexcusable.
Simpkins, he's checked in for Luke Longley. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the half. And stolen by Jordan. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Kerr. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
A good job there. Jordan getting him in transition, and he does so much. You almost forget how dominant he can be defensively.
Rodman with the block. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way, and he lobs it up toward the rim.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Pass to Keefe. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Kukoc pass to Simpkins. Outside Jordan. To the wing right side. Rodman against Keefe. Lock at 6. Rodman passes to Simpkins. Got a piece of it.
And Ostertag showing his intensity on defense. A big guy who takes pride in his shot blocking.
And so it's Chicago with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We come back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. In the second quarter, they were easily the better team. The points started coming for them in bunches, and they built a 6-point lead by halftime. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, they're not matching up well defensively, giving up a lot of open looks, a lot of easy points. They're allowing a crazy high shooting percentage, 60% and up. Time to step it up quick.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter, just a...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Hornacek's out there with Stockton. And it's Brian Russell, and it's Malone, and it's Foster in at the 5 down low. Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, catching the defender there off balance. Jordan with the great strength to convert through contact. Let's see what he can do there at the line.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Jazz trail by 9. Stockton left side. From deep. Not going to go that time. And it's Chicago the other way. To the paint. Here's Rodman. And the pass to Longley. Pass to Pippen. Now here's Rodman. Malone with the block. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. 9-point game. Here's Stockton. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Longley passes to Jordan. He gets it in there. Jordan's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Passes it to Malone. Hornacek outside. 6 to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Rodman goes in. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists in the game. Jazz trail by 13. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
Kicks it to Pippen. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Longley passes to Jordan. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Stripped it away. The finish. And then Jordan slams it in.
Oh, my goodness. The creativity, the athleticism of Michael Jordan.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Stockton dishes to Hornacek. Pass to Malone. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Wennington, he's checked in for Luke Longley. And Utah also making a switch. Isley's checked in for Hornacek. Now Foster. Just 5 on the clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Isley. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Rodman passes to Wennington. Outside Pippen. The pass to Rodman. Pass to Wennington. And stolen by Malone. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. So halt the run. That shot missing, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Jordan, the pass to Wennington. Takes it from 10, and there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Wennington. And that's now 18 points for Jordan.
Yeah, high percentage look for Jordan. It has every move you could ask for in the painted area.
And the Jazz call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Simpkins, he's checked in for Rodman. Kukoc comes in for Pippen. And Kerr subbed in for Ron Harper. Then for the Jazz, Greg Ostertag, he's checked in for Foster. Keith comes in for Karl Malone. And it's Anderson in for Brian Russell. Here's Simpkins. Pass to Jordan. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Karl Malone's checked in for Utah. Jazz trail by 17. Stockton outside. Over to the wing. Kukoc against Anderson. Pass to Malone. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now Ostertag. 3-pointer. Stockton. Good on the triple. Stockton's got 12.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Kerr kicks to Jordan. Here's Wennington. Ostertag defending. Jordan the pass to Wennington. Here's Simpkins. Shoots over Malone. Simpkins no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
It's stolen. Stockton outside. Here's Isley. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Stockton's got 4 assists now tonight. 46 seconds left in the third. Here's Wennington. Up top, Kukoc. Simpkins passes to Kerr. Here's Wennington. Ostertag defending. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Chicago making some changes. Longley comes in for Wennington, and it's Rodman in for Simpkins. Hornacek, he's checked in for Utah. Stockton kicks to Hornacek. Out left to the wing. Malone dishes to Hornacek. .11 seconds left to play in the third. Anderson's shot is off. And there's the pass to Kerr. Here's Longley. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Longley. Michael Jordan is out there with Kerr. Then it's Kukoc, and it's Rodman in at the power forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
And Stockton is simply one of the best, especially when it comes to finding people on the floor.
Outside for Jordan. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
It's deflected. Stockton from outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Kerr against Stockton. Now here's Kerr. He's covered closely. The drive by Jordan. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call. Utah the foul.
It's slashing there by Jordan. Gets up to speed in a hurry. Just impossible to stay in front of.
And the first one at the line is good. Pippen's checked in for Chicago. Harper comes in for Steve Kerr. And Utah also making a switch. Russell, he's checked in for Anderson. Outside, Russell. Back to Stockton. Pass to Hornacek. Passes to Ostertag. Shot clock at 6. Here's Stockton, and again it's Utah.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make them pay.
We call that execution, Greg, getting the ball to the right guy where he can do some damage. Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
He kicks to Hornacek. Pass to Malone. Tries again. Ostertag pass to Malone. And another shot. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Ostertag.
Huge play on the offensive glass there to get more second chance points. He's only getting more physical as this game wears on.
This guy just feeds off that fourth quarter pressure in a tight game like this. That's when we can really see the kind of heart he plays with.
Here's Longley, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Utah calls timeout. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
Boy, he's been relentless, and to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that timeout, the coach of the Jazz talked to his team. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. See what they can do, Kevin.
Harper kicks to Rodman. The pass to Longley. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
As if Jordan weren't challenging enough to guard. The little up fake there, putting the defender at his mercy.
2 shots. The first one falls. And so Jordan nails both of them.
And the defining trait of the greatest of superstars, Jordan makes the players around him better. Mentally, in terms of effort, and in terms of their performance.
And it's Malone missing.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Rodman against Stockton, alone. Rodman grabs the miss. Rodman's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And stolen by Russell. Fast break, here come the Jazz. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Stockton.
And this is what you want on both ends, to win the battle of effort.
And that's exactly what you can control, right? Your desire, your hustle, your will to to succeed.
Here's Russell. Offensive rebound. Ostertag, no good. The Bulls leading by 7. The drive by Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, the explosive doesn't even begin to describe it. Jordan simply flying.
Stockton against Harper. Stockton dishes to Malone. Stockton outside. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Here's Harper. That one, no good. And it's Utah the other way. Russell left side. Here's Stockton. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
And they double up Jordan. Hornacek with the steal.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
It's just one of those nights where Jordan can do no wrong offensively. And let's talk about the endurance to go along with it. Wow.
Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 9. 40 seconds left in the fourth. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Michael Jordan.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Knocked away. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Edwards. It's good on the putback. And it's an 11-point Bulls lead.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Ostertag. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So the first one drops, and that brings them to within 10. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good. Brown finds Jordan. And he banks in the layup. Jordan's got 32 points in the game.
And the perils of trying to defend Jordan. Athletic enough to get anywhere he wants to go, and then tough enough to take the hit and finish.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponents.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.